Hi everyone and welcome back to Age of Empires 4 Technical Stress Test. What I'm going to do is get us set up. I'm playing as the Abbasids today and I want to show them off a little bit and talk about them while we play because they're quite complex in terms of how they age up and also the amount of technologies they have. The unique technologies are considerably higher in number than for the other civilizations so far. So a bit like my previous video with the Holy Roman Empire, I will chop this up a bit probably as I edit it, just so you're not watching pointless gameplay and resource gathering, and focus on the parts that are important. I've deliberately chosen an easy AI just so they're not going to bother me too much, so I can concentrate on talking about the important stuff. Now, nothing interesting in the town centre for these guys, pretty much the same as before. However, there's going to be a few differences in what we can build. So if I just select a villager, we've got our usual buildings, but what we also have is the House of Wisdom, which costs 50 wood to put down the base building. And it is through building wings of this building, or upgrading it, so to speak, that we will go through the ages. So here, if we hover over there, we can see advance to the Feudal Age, build a wing from the House of Wisdom. We will grab one of our builders, villagers, and we will build the House of Wisdom. I'm just deciding where to build it. So the thing about the House of Wisdom is, it has a secondary, not ability, but a secondary effect. So we want to be able to build lots of buildings around it. And you'll see why soon. Let's have a little look at the House of Wisdom. So, we have 4 wings. So technically, you can have 5 ages. Technically. It doesn't count as a 5th age, really, but, you know, it's a technicality. So, you can advance with one of the 4 wings to the Feudal Age. It is your choice. You can have any of them. Each of the wings has 3 associated researchers. The economic wing gets fresh foodstuffs, agriculture, and improved processing, which are all here. And then the military wing gets camel support, camel rider shields, and boot camp, which are all here. Culture wing gets preservation of knowledge, medical centers, and faith, which are all here. And then the trade wing gets spice roads, armored caravans, and grand bazaar, which are all here. So they're all nicely ordered for you, and it took me a moment to realize that when I first played them. Now, there is this number here, and this is what I was referring to when I'm saying about building things close together. So with some civilizations, you want to spread things out. With the Abbasid, you actually want to build everything pretty close. Structures built within the House of Wisdom's influence help progress a golden age. There are 3 tiers of golden age. So tier 1, you build 10 structures, and a villager gathering rate increases by 10% for all resources. At 30 structures, villager gathering rate is plus 15 for all resources, and research speed is plus 15%. And at tier 3, which is 60 structures, villagers gathering rate is plus 20% for all resources, research speed plus 20%, and production speed 20%. So these are well worth getting. We need to build this over here. Just catch up with what we're doing. We actually have enough to progress, so we can start doing that research. So I'm going to be boring, and I'm just going to go them one at a time for this video. So we'll start with the economic wing. While that's going up, let's get some more villagers out. Let's focus them on wood, because we're going to need more wood. Right, let's go back and have a look at the House of Wisdom again, and let's just have a look at some of the upgrades, the technologies. So in the Feudal Age, what you get, regardless of what you've upgraded to, is the Phalanx upgrade. This increases the attack range of spearmen by 100%. So you're basically just getting extra long spears. I'm not sure if that changes how spears look, so we'll investigate that in this video. You get camel handling in the Castle Age, which increases the movement speed of camel units by 15%. Going to be well worth getting because camels are an important unit for the Abbasids. They're very strong, but they're also equally acting as support for other troops. You get the composite bows, which reduce the reload time of archers by 25%. That's pretty good. I'm not sure why the English don't get that one as well. And then you get camel barding, which increases the armor of all camel units by 2. You get some nice bonuses there. But this is what makes the Abbasid slightly more difficult to play. They have this very different way to age up, and they also have all of these additional researchers, and you sort of have to pick and choose which ones are right for you and your playstyle. We're just waiting now to age up, but I'm just going to grab my builder there. I'm going to stick down a barracks, because sooner or later, even with an easy AI, they are going to attack me, and I'm going to want to be able to defend myself. There we go. We are in our age. So let's reduce the cost of our villages. Why not? A 50% discount sounds fantastic to me. We get a couple more villages out. Get them on food. I'm not really bothering to scout the enemy. It's not really important at the moment. Right. Let's knock out a few spearmen. The reason for that is I want to see exactly what upgrades we get in terms of doing that phalanx research. I want to see if it changes the unit at all. Start putting down a couple more buildings, as we also want to get this up to 10 structures. Build that a little bit further away, just so we can build around it. So we'll build that there. So let's start researching that. So there's our spearmen as they are. I don't think it's going to give them bigger spears. I don't think. But it might. We'll see. So that technology completed. And it hasn't actually changed the spears. So we're not getting any visual upgrade for doing that research. Which is fair enough. I didn't really expect to get any. No, that's interesting. Those berry bushes. They're now 500 of 250. And they've got little fences around them. No, I've never noticed that before. That's interesting. Is that because I built a mill next to them? They weren't. Those fences were not there before, right? That's weird. That must be somehow related to that. It must be. That's really weird. Can't see their mill. I was going to say, do they have the same? No. No, there's no fences around them, look. So it must be because we built that mill there. That's interesting. So that's something new that I've not noticed previously. Fine. Well, we're ready to go up to the next stage anyway, so we'll go for the military wing. Let's have a whiz through the other technologies anyway, since we've got some time. So, the other ones for the one we've already taken are agriculture, which improves villagers' gather rate from farms by 15%. That's on top of the usual upgrades we can do, which is 15% each age. Then we get improved processing, which villagers drop off plus 8% more resources. Now, I'm not sure if that means they hold 8% more, or they just magically generate 8% more when they drop it off. We will have to have a look at that. Camel support. Camels increase the armor of nearby infantry by 1. That's from the military one, which we're studying now. Camel rider shields, which increases their armor, or melee armor specifically, by 3. Boot camp increases the health of all infantry by 15%. Preservation of knowledge, reduce the cost of all technology by 30%. That's pretty nice. Certainly something I'd want later game when I'm doing all these researches. Medical centers keeps heal nearby units for +2 every 1 second. And faith. Imams can convert units without holding a relic, but can only convert a single unit. Now that's interesting. I haven't experimented with conversion in this game. So does that mean that monks and things can't actually convert a single target unless they're holding a relic, in which case they do a group? I need to experiment with that. I haven't actually tried. Spice roads increase gold income from traders by 30%. This is for our trade wing. The armoured caravans grant +5 armour to traders and trade ships. And Grand Bazaar, traders return with a secondary resource. This resource is 25% the base gold value and is set at the market. There's no special techs in the mill. There are no special techs in the lumber camp, and there are no special techs at the mining camp. And there we go, we've aged up. Let's just grab all these units. Make sure we have plenty of defences. So one thing we do get are the camel archers. So let's pump out a couple of those. They're quite expensive. Where's my builder? There he is. We'll get a couple of stables down. So we obviously get our upgrades to veteran camel riders and things, which isn't really a unique technology. It's just still a unique unit. Now, there we go. So this is one of our camel archers. Highly mobile and durable ranged unit, effective against all cavalry. So it's a ranged unit that is good against cavalry. Bonus damage versus spearmen, which are usually good at killing cavalry. Causes enemy cavalry to deal less damage in an area of effect, so that's pretty impressive. But they're a high cost unit. So these are high cost, but they're very powerful as support units as well. And here we go. Let's get out some camel riders. We'll just build a couple of those as well. Again, no unique technologies here, but most of our unique technologies are in the House of Wisdom. Let's get a siege workshop down. I'm making a bit of a mess here, building everything really close together. Let's do some of our upgrades. So, camels increase the armor nearby infantry by +1. Definitely get that. Now, a little trick I saw online is that if you click on this, so if you hold shift and left click, it will build farms around, although it doesn't do it perfectly, does it? Because there's someone stood there, so it wouldn't build in the right place. That's a bit annoying. So it's not ideal. Here's our siege workshop, so nothing special here, no special technologies, but we do again see the Culverin, which is the anti-siege weapon cannon. Let's get our mosque built. I'll build this over here. And you'll notice we've actually hit our Golden Age level now. So tier 1 is unlocked. Villager gather rate is increased by 10% for all resources. Oh, we're in a fight. I was about to say, he's a fast swordsman, and then I remembered I'm playing against the Holy Roman Empire, so they probably have done their research. Now, that's interesting. Do you notice? Oh, I know why. I think the glowing here is the effect that the camels are having on them. Yes, I think that's the case. I think it's the effect the camels are having on them. Let's remove all the camels and see if they still have that on. I'm just genuinely curious. Yes, there we go. So that's the bonuses that they're being given by the camels. It's just showing that they have some kind of effect applied to them. Yes. Now you will note that the agriculture upgrade costs 500. So at the moment it is cheaper to build the fertilization upgrades at the mill. So just something to keep in mind. The order that you do those in makes a difference. So I apparently have enough to grab the culture wing, so I'm going to do that next. And then the trade wing, I believe, will cost the same amount as going to Age 4. A new age begins. Now, does that mean the Golden Age is active? Or does it mean it's active all the time anyway? I'm honestly not sure. Oh, there we go. We've unlocked Tier 2 Golden Age. Golden Age Tier 2 activates. It does say activated. It doesn't say it then gets deactivated. Very strange. Very, very strange. Let's do a couple more of our upgrades. Let's reduce the cost of all technology by 30%. Because we're at a stage where we will probably want to do some technology. And once we've done that, everything else will be loads cheaper. We made short work of that. Let's go and get that one up there. Now we can start doing some upgrades on our units to see how they look. So let's do these guys first. So we'll do the infantry. We haven't got a crossbowman out, so we'll do that as well. I mean, we needed a lot of gold and stuff to do these upgrades. Knock out some more villages as well. They're only costing 25 now, so pretty cheap. Oh, we're under attack by an actually large force. And they're running away. They've lost all their archers, or most of them. Oh! The imams died pretty quick. We'll just let those guys cut them down a bit, reduce their numbers. So, in all of that, we actually upgraded our spearmen, who have little helmets on, and we've now upgraded these guys as well, or just about. There we go, they're now upgraded, so just slightly better armor, I think, is the change there. I've built nice big walls around everything. Fine. So we now get cheaper research. Fantastic. So we got that 30% discount. So let's improve our archers and increase our camel armor, because that's always good. So that's where this video ends in terms of looking at the different units and technologies. However, what I'll leave in now are the final couple of battles after I've done all of the upgrades, so you can see all of the units fully upgraded. So I'll take that opportunity to say thanks for watching. Please do smash the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on the latest Age 4 news and for future Age 4 content, as well as other strategy games if that's your thing. Enjoy what's left of the video, and I'll see you all a little bit later for my rundown of the Abbasid tech tree.
سيحدث ذلك. ما الأوامر؟ لا مستعد. ما نتحرك سوف نسير سوف ما الأوامر؟ رجال يا إخوتي لنضرب